Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. If you're new, welcome. This is a general love reading for you, for Gemini, for the collective, and sorry, for Cancer, for the collective. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, as that actually helps to move the videos around around YouTube as well. Okay, so it's just I'm just doing for the past at the moment. Going to the present. I draw most of the cards for the present because that's where all the decisions are made going forward. So we've got Pluto, so you're going through some sort of transformation currently. This is for near future and sort of far future. Let's get some goddess guidance now. This is again for the past, we're dealing with that. Let's go to the present. I'm going to pull a fairy tarot now. Eight of Winter. Let's get a Moonology deck now. Full moon. Let's get a destiny card for you. Okay. All right, so this is your history, either within your relationship or for you personally, or both of you, you and your person. So this is what is in the past, and this was about kind of moving deliberately towards what it is that you've been working on. So this could have been obviously the relationship, the meeting up. It depends on how long you've been in the relationship and what aspects you're looking at. But if you've been in this a long time, then this is showing that you would have been working on your stability. Whether it's stability for the actual relationship, or whether it's stability within yourself so that you can give towards the relationship. Your person may also have been working on this. Your person may also be of the earth element as well, or have quite a bit of earthiness in them, or they may have been working on that within themselves to give to into the relationship. This is about the accumulation of it can be material things, but it's also about the accumulation of wealth, because money matters do come into the earth element, and it can also have been about bringing that stability in, anchoring down into the relationship, and setting down roots, so you may have been doing that in the past. And it says here that it would have been about easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So this would have been the theme from the past. You could also have been working on your own stability as well. But with the earthy card, it does actually bring in that steadiness. So this would have been about you mastering this, getting away from this ability to rush or force things to occur. With the earth element, it would have been simply about the accumulation of things, whether it's emotional stability or financial stability, any of those aspects. It can also have been about the sensuality aspect. So this is within the relationship, working on that or enjoying that as part of the relationship. But it can, with the earth element, it can also be about letting go of past fears, or like fixed thinking. Or even it could even be old-fashioned sort of views, fixed views on things. And this is it can be programming, it can be something that you've kind of experienced in the past, and now your attitudes are set in a very particular way around any kind of recurrence of that sort of experience. But with the earth element, it's saying that some sort of action would have been required from you or within the relationship, to try new things, to actually step out and not be afraid and not allow fear to stand in your way of making progress here. So that may have been a theme for you in the past. It could also have been to do with past lives, aspects of what you've brought in to work on this time around. But with Uno, she's saying that anything that is close to your heart, any sort of any project or relationship that is very, very important to you requires nurturing, and you've got to actually pay attention and work on it the whole time at a steady pace. And that is why she was saying no hurrying, no forcing. You didn't need to do that in the past, because you would have been building slowly up. But it would have, you would have sort of been asked to try new things, or it would have been appropriate for to step out and try new things as part of your, sort of build up to this relationship, or in the early days of your relationship. Now, the most recent past, this is a Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So this is about having a very positive mindset. And this card here, Aquarius, I know is about the future. So you would have possibly been dreaming about the future, or you would have within the relationship be striving to bring to actually have a dream in place, to actually have something which you've been striving for. You may also have had a few ideas about what you wanted to achieve within the relationship or together, and having, so it's almost like an idealistic view. What would be perfect for you, pushing your hopes and dreams forward, your own personal interests and hobbies and so on, all of those aspects. It may also have been about friendships, and meeting new people or meeting unusual people. Perhaps your partner is quite technically oriented, because the Aquarius can be like that, or you may have been moving in circles of that nature, or it could just have been about making new friends, new contacts, moving in different circles, people who are different from yourself. So you could have been learning a few things from that. And as I said, possibly your partner may also have been like that, where you've been learning different things, learning different aspects of them, and just understanding a more futuristic view on things, and having and dreaming about what it is that you want, having an ideal life. But you would have had to, sort of hold that vision strong in your mind, because this card is about that. It's about having a victorious mindset. And also you may have, if your person has been a little bit unusual or a little bit different, you may have had a bit of resistance from others around you, or you may have been different to what this person's normal crowd would have been, or normal. When I say normal, they're, you know, the people that were surrounding them at the time. And you may have had to sort of overcome a bit of negativity or skepticism. And this is about having that victorious mindset. But it's having your dream in mind, and working steadily towards that, and just holding strong to that vision. That's what this is all about. Okay, so coming into the future, into the present, we've got Pluto transformation, and we've got Abundantia prosperity. So this is coming in for you now, and this will be for the next while. And it's saying the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So with the Pluto transformation, this is about letting go of old things. And I said to you that this was a theme here. So this would have been something that you perhaps are bringing in from either past lifetimes or from previous experiences, or when you were growing up, or previous relationships, whatever is applicable for you. But it's about letting go of things which don't serve you anymore, things that are just not are not going to actually carry you forward. This is about letting go of those things. So endings and beginnings, the endings of certain things, and then the beginnings of others, and it's that transitionary period that you go through. So this is where you are now. So this would have been almost like that washing machine cycle. So this is where you are now, kind of where you're going from one cycle, and you're closing that out, and you're now moving into a new cycle within your relationship. But you're also making room for new things with Pluto. So this is about letting go of things that, you know, when you've got a room full of furniture, you like all the things, you've got used to them being there. That particular piece of furniture has been against that wall or in that corner forever. You've just got used to it being there, but now you want to bring in new things. You've seen something else that you really like. You want to bring it in. You have to take something out. This is Pluto, okay? It could also be that things are starting to surface within you now, or within the relationship. And this can be aspects of sort of hidden desires, or hidden needs, or hidden emotions, or anything hidden, anything that just wasn't looked at or wasn't revealed. And it can come up from underground. Pluto rules the underground, so anything could have been coming up. It could also be something that you've overlooked, some aspect of your relationship or of yourself that has been overlooked. And I feel either once you deal with this issue, or you allow that to come up, then it's going to open up prosperity for you. So this is about transforming whatever was before into something that is new. It can also be about regeneration and renewal. So this can be, if you've been in this relationship for a long time already, you've already been committed to this person, this can be undergoing a regeneration or a renewal. But it is about letting go of certain aspects of your life so that you can move forward into new things. So it's mindsets, it's old ways of doing things. It can also be a few hidden emotions, or something that needs to come out, to be revealed, so that it can be brought to the light and then released. Okay, so that's what this is all about. It can also be about your psychic life, receiving more information, or just becoming more aware. It's also about sexuality as well, so that may be an aspect that is undergoing some kind of regeneration within your relationship. With it, Abundantia prosperity, this is about being open. You have to be open to receiving, which is a feminine quality actually. So whether you're a masculine or a feminine, we have both in us, and they have to be balanced. All right. As soon as they are balanced, then you can anchor any prosperity down. Now this prosperity can be financial, but it can also be opportunities or ideas. And you would have had, in the recent past with Aquarius, I know this can bring in flashes of the future, but also brilliant ideas. So you may be wanting to anchor those down now. And you need to do that by being balanced, by being open to receiving. You can't just give all the time and not fill up your own cup. If you do that, if you are constantly giving and not receiving, then you deplete yourself and you become resentful, and you just don't seem to be getting anywhere. You know, you have to fill up your own cup, and you have to be open to receiving. As I said, this can be monetary, but it can also be this can be sort of help from friends, which may have also come in, people that have come in to support you or your ideas. It can also be just support, you know, from others. It can be the regeneration of like belief, self-belief, belief in the relationship. Perhaps you're undergoing a regeneration of the relationship now. It's you're going through a cycle change. But it's being open to receive. It can also come in the form of a reward, you know, for all the work that you've done. You know, this particularly holding this vision and the steadiness and holding that vision, that feeling of victory. And once you bring that, once you've held that and you've actually been working steadily towards it, then eventually the prosperity will come in, the success will come in. Okay, so this is where you are now. Then we've also got surrender to the divine. This is the full moon. So the full moon is about results. This is also about forgiveness and gratitude as well. So all of these aspects come in. And it could be, as I said, it depends on your relationship, how long you've been together and so on. There may have been some things that have got churned up. And part of the regeneration and the renewal of your relationship is actually having to deal with certain things from the past, whether it's forgiveness related or it's to do with gratitude. Perhaps, you know, you're now feeling incredibly grateful for this person having been there with you through all the ups and downs. You know, there's lots of ways that this can manifest, but the surrender to the divine is being open to seeing the outcome. To going with what gets presented to you, what comes up. And the full moon can activate, it can actually magnify emotions quite a lot. So it really can, you know, make things, you know, make you quite emotional. It can also bring a lot of fullness, whether it's emotions or whatever is occurring at this time. It can also amplify things. So whatever has been going on within this Pluto transformation may very well have been be now sort of amplified. But it's about surrendering to the divine, about allowing. And I feel this is where the being open to receiving, giving and receiving must be balanced within you. And this is a feminine quality. So if you're a masculine, it's about allowing that feminine ability to receive, the receiving quality, whether it's support or ideas or financially or reward based, being open to all of that. And then we've got here 8 of Winter. So this would be 8 of Swords. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself, which is what I said. It's about having that, you know, that strength and that self-belief, and thinking that you're powerless when you are not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. So make sure that you're working on that now. And I still feel this is a theme that you've had from the recent past. This is about having a victorious mindset, whatever it is that you've been working on, something that is quite futuristic by nature or something that you're pushing, your hopes and dreams for the future. It's about being strong and having that mindset in you, and just keeping your eyes focused on that goal of yours, and the self-belief, you know, the strength. That's what this is all about. And I feel you will overcome any sort of difficulties. Have confidence in your relationship. Have confidence in yourself. And as you go through this transformational process, and you will receive, you know, support from the universe, and it could even come via other people, because there are results coming. Some sort of result is coming to you. It's also about here we've got self-care. So this is important for you. It's care of your person, of your relationship, but also care of yourself. And this also comes in with the receiving. You want to be able to receive certain things for yourself, and this can be giving to yourself in order to fill up your cup. Because as soon as you fill up your cup, then you've got something to give, something to share with others. But you can't do it from an empty cup. So this is about care for yourself, care for your relationship, nurturing, which has been a theme for quite some time, actually, with Una Easy Does It. Nurturing your causes and things that are important to you, what is close to your heart. And it obviously is your relationship as well, or your person. Or it could be very much about self-care. Perhaps you have neglected your self-care in some way. And this has been a struggle for you. So, you know, it's about coming back to basics, self-care, and then you can care for others. In the near future, we've got Guinevere True Love coming in. So I feel if this is if you're already in a sort of a very established relationship, or you have been with this person for some time already, you will be undergoing some sort of regeneration or renewal. And this can be either new love coming in, or it can be the regeneration or renewal of existing love. Okay, so see how that comes in for you. But it can also be that your romantic needs may not have been met thus far. Okay, and this is about making sure that you are speaking up about that. So this is near future where we're going into now. And I've said to you here that with the Pluto transformation, that can very much be about that. It's things that have been hidden, things that have been unexpressed, unrealized, things that have been buried or suppressed come up with Pluto. And this could very well be an aspect of your nature, or your person's nature, or the nature of your relationship. Perhaps you haven't focused enough on the romantic side of things. It's now time to do that. Certainly with the near future. As soon as you do that, you're going to open up all kinds of doors for yourself and within your relationship. Something needs to be expressed here. Mercury is the messenger of the gods. So whether your person is saying this to you, or whether you are now talking about this, but this yearning or this need for romance and a little bit of lightness, this beautiful loving energy, whether you do it for yourself or within your relationship, it purely depends on where you are in your relationship status. Okay, but make sure that you bring this in. It really depends on where you are, but it is some kind of either it can indicate, as I said, new love. So, I mean, for some of you, this is a love reading, a couple's reading. So it's possible that in some cases there may be a parting of the ways with Pluto. Sometimes that can occur. And then if that's the case, then in the near future, a new love may come in. But I do feel that in most cases, it's actually going to be about a regeneration or renewal. But you have to access those romantic notions. You have to bring that romance in for yourself first, and you do this by creating a romantic atmosphere. So when you have dinner at home, even if you're sitting by yourself, or you're waiting for, you're kind of in between some sort of, perhaps spending time alone. Perhaps you're not with your person at this time. Perhaps you are separated for some reason. It's bringing those romantic things in for yourself. Fresh flowers, make your place as comfortable and as loving as possible. Lights, candles, have a lovely supper. Treat yourself. Bring in that romantic energy for yourself. And if you are with your person, then make sure you bring it into the relationship. Set time aside so that you are having date nights, you're having romantic suppers. Do small things to improve the environment and the atmosphere. With Mercury, mind, it can be about making a decision, using your mind, your analytical abilities. It can also be about researching things. It can also be about communication. Communication is important, all right? So this is within your relationship to your person, but obviously in general. This can be document or contract related as well. So maybe there's something coming in for you, either within the relationship, or it's something that's important that you're waiting for. It could be home related, perhaps something is changing on that front. But it's certainly, it can also be that something is coming in for you, some sort of truth or understanding. Or it could be that you are finding out information at this time via research or talking to others or online communications. Mercury deals with all of that. It's a messenger of the gods. You could be hearing something. Just be careful it's not gossip, okay, because that can sometimes come in with this. Just take the high road, all right, and don't spread anything unless it's been verified for you and you feel it's right and true to be talking about that. But this is about understanding something. It's also about learning. So you may be learning how to bring this romantic aspect into your relationship. You may be learning about this aspect of yourself and even of your person. This is a learning and understanding card. Using your mind also to weigh things up, to improve, to exchange ideas, to get more information. And just communication in general comes in. But I do feel it's about speaking up about this aspect of your relationship. And that is also self-care, because when you speak up about your needs, then you are bringing your care in. And if you feel that you have been neglecting the romantic aspect of your relationship, then you need to have a think about that and think about ways in which you can bring this into your relationship. Then going forward into the sort of far future, which I would say, because that was my intention for at least the first 6 months of the year. So within 6 months, this is what we're looking at. Athena, inner wisdom, and then the ninth house. So this is about going within, accessing your own inner wisdom, your own GPS, okay? And it says here, you know what to do, trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So there's something coming up in the future where you're going to need to be doing this. You're going to need to be actually, whether it's through meditation or walks in nature or just sitting quietly with yourself and understanding your own nature and also the aspects of the relationship itself. It's about wisdom. It's about inner wisdom, accessing that or contacting your spirit team or being in touch with that. But it's about understanding yourself as well. Full moon may be important for you there. But it's saying here, ninth house. Ninth house is very much about faith. It's about wisdom. It's about using your intuition, which is what this card is about. And it's following navigation via those purposes. It can also be about exploration and adventure. So you may need to bring those aspects as well into your relationship. But you're going to have to navigate via your intuition. That's what this is saying. So some aspect is going to be coming up in the near future, and you're going to be needing to follow your own guidance with regards to that. It can also be connections with in-laws coming in there, but it's also about perhaps studying or learning. But this is higher concepts. This is like advanced learning or university level. It's also about communication outwardly. So this can be via teaching or publishing, things like that, public relations, all of those. So it's about communication outward, really. And so this is, it can also be, as I said, understanding larger concepts, bigger concepts, seeing the bigger picture, and sort of philosophy and religion and things like that, your belief systems. This is why faith comes in. So you may just have to access your faith, your belief systems, or your understanding of the world may be shifting and changing at this time, but you need to be using your intuition to guide you and your relationship forward, during this period. And 3 and 333 may be important for you. That's 6. Normally, 6 is about love and harmony. So creating that within your relationship and within your life. But your own inner wisdom, your own inner GPS is going to be important from a guidance point of view. And then I just want to have a quick look at the bottom of the decks here. So for the astrological, we've got 4th house roots. So this may be important. As I said, you may be changing residence, or perhaps this is coming in some way, shape or form. It's about where you're living, where you're currently residing. It can be the physical structure, or it can be just where you are now. It can also be, the actual house, or it can be just everything to do with home. So this is the atmosphere in the home and the people in your home. But I do feel it very strongly that it's to do with the atmosphere in the home, and this is why you have Guinevere, true love, coming in. You need to create a romantic, loving atmosphere and bring that, and make a concerted effort to bring that into your relationship so that you keep the home fires burning, It can also be about your relationship with your family, your roots, your foundation, your ethnic identity or your ancestry. So it could be that you have learned certain things from your upbringing, and you're having to now let go of those ideas or that programming that you have received. Because this is what I said to you right in the very beginning, from your past. That you may have come in, or you maybe have been in the past bringing in ideas or fixed views or old-fashioned ideas or someone else's programming about how things should be in a relationship. It's something you kind of inherited, or you've brought it in. And this is saying to me that you need to change a few things about your relationship with that. You need to freshen things up for yourself in your own relationship. Try new things, explore, do new things here. Try new things, and learn different ways of being. Learn new belief systems. Try, explore, take an adventure. It can be emotional adventure, but it can also be physical. You may also be traveling with this in the sort of future. This can actually indicate international travel. So if you are separated from your person, then that could very well be something that's coming in for you. But this is, I feel, about letting go of programming and things that you've inherited from your upbringing, or what you've seen elsewhere, or could even be past life related. And you need to change the atmosphere in your home to bring in more love, use your intuition more, access the feminine side of your nature. Bottom of the Goddess deck is Arakura, blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. So this is, again, coming back to this. I do feel that this is about almost like relearning. You're relearning habits, or you're relearning your own love nature. This is about understanding yourself, which Pluto transformation can bring up, okay? And with this prosperity, I do feel this is about opening up to the universe and opening up to other things. It can also be love related, opening up, and then you start to receive love, whether it's financial or support from your person. There's lots of ways that this can manifest, but it's saying that you're just getting started with this. This is a project that's been long in the making, and you're actually still working on it, but don't give up. Even though things may seem a little bit sort of rocky or difficult, or this transformational process that you're currently in may seem to be taking some time, anything that's created with time is always going to be long-standing, a good foundation. And that is what you want, what you've been striving for, what you probably, I feel, come into this lifetime with your person. You want to create a solid foundation. That takes time, okay? You can't create it overnight. You may also want to work with the floral kingdom in some way. You may also, so this is flower essences or essential oils or gardening, plants of all kinds, but also it can be Bach remedies, flower essences, flower remedies and things to help you with healing, to activate certain things in yourself. There's lots of ways that you can work with that. But it's saying that you are still just blossoming, you're just getting going with this, and to give yourself time and love yourself through the process. Bottom of the Moonology deck, communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So as I said, communication is going to be important. You've got Mercury here as well. So this is about talking to your person, talking about your relationship and what your deep desires, your deep needs, and really getting down to verbal and also body language communication. All of these things are very, very important. And, you know, obviously sexuality comes in with this as well. So that may also be getting an overhaul or some sort of rejuvenation. But communication is key. It's going to be very, very important. And with a new moon, this is a clean slate, starting again. So all these old ideas and programming that you have received, or what you've come into this lifetime with, this is about releasing those, starting with a clean slate and building up to a better understanding about yourself and your relationship and how you love. What is your love language? What is your person's love language? And you build up to the full moon. So from the new moon, you build up to the full moon. So it's a slow process, but you will get there with application. And then the bottom of the fairy deck is the Chariot. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. So I feel that this is about you successfully managing this process and basically growing up when it comes to love, trying new things, opening yourself up to receive the love and support, and also to bring this romantic need into your life. It's a very necessary thing. It makes the world go round, and if you're closed or if you're living under someone else's old views or fixed views, you need to open that up and bring in your own identity and your own way of doing things, which enhances this love, because this is a lovely thing to be having, and you can really take your love to a brand new level. If you just follow these steps and consciously work on it, you will get there. Use your intuition, you will get there. Okay, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care, and please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful time, and I will do this reading again later on in the year, and I will see you again. Take care.